It's time for Coffee with the Chicken Ladies, a podcast for people who love chickens.
Hey everybody, and welcome. It's Chrisie&Holly from Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. We're here, and this is episode number 286 of our podcast, where we talk about everything chicken, family, fun, and
more chickens.
More chickens. We drink a ton of coffee. I'm talking a ton. But most importantly,
we hug chickens, ducks, and geese every day.
And kiss them too, don't forget. We brew coffee from a little coffee roaster here in Maryland. Holly Ann, what kind of coffee are we brewing today?
Caramel.
It's great. You can't go wrong with caramel without any.
It's delicious.
So, are you ready to sip some of this delicious caramel coffee and chat?
I am, but first, some words from our sponsors.
We have some exciting news to share from our sponsor, Grubbly Farms. They're here, new and improved, Grubbly's World Harvest.
I'm a longtime subscriber, and my flock love the healthy, nutritious treats, plus orders $40 and more ship free.
If you haven't heard, Grubbly's has a fantastic layer pellet and crumble feed. It's packed with plant and insect protein, perfect for those picky chickens and ducks.
Grubbly Farms makes food and treats for healthy pets and planet.
To support us and Grubbly Farms, use the link grubbly.co/coffee. Try it today. Okay, so Wednesday, getting a little rain for the flowers. It's been nice weather.
Yeah, it's really good. I've planted a bunch of potatoes, so I was really happy to see that it's raining because every year I get to a point where I'm like, how much did I plant that I need to water?
I'm always the weather girl, but the weather does affect my life over here and yours. When you have outdoor animals and plants and all these things, the weather every day can affect everything.
Absolutely. If you took my weather app away, I'd probably regress and whine for the days of being able to call the weather line. You remember the weather line?
Oh, yeah. What was it? 936-1212.
That's right. And you could get the weather. And that went for a very long time. It was phased out like 10 or 15 years ago.
Wait, when we were not born. Well, it was still out when we were born, but when we were bored, we would just call that number. Or I don't know why we would call the 844, get the time, the exact time.
Yes, the time. Yes. 844. Any more numbers? Does anybody else remember this stuff, or are we just that weird?
We always did that stuff. That was like part of fun with the rotary phone at that.
Yeah. It's true. That's really funny.
People these days will never know what we went through.
No, I mean there's some really fun, awesome online stuff, but still,
no, nothing gives you joy like 936-1212.
Yeah, the weather line was good.
The other thing that gave me joy growing up was when we got the longer phone cord. I jumped for joy because then I could walk from the kitchen down the basement steps and shut the door and talk on the phone.
Yep.
A long phone cord. Something else that gave you joy as a kid. A long
Absolutely.
phone cord.
I mean, especially as a teenager, you needed that long phone cord sometimes.
Remember, somehow my parents for years had that phone jack in their bedroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I saw this thing where you could put two phones in it. I got the double jack, hooked it in there, and ran that bad boy all the way from the hallway to my bedroom so I could have a phone in my room. Best thing I ever did.
More often than not, though, your parents would pick up the phone and be like, Chrissy, I need to make a phone call.
Oh, man.
I'll call you back.
I'll call you right back. Yeah, one of those things.
A somewhat different order of business, but I wanted to remind everyone that the Livestock Conservancy's poultry census is live right now. It's going on, and they desperately need people to respond to this. So if you are breeding heritage poultry, go over to the Livestock Conservancy website, fill out this census survey. It does not take long, and it is extremely important.
Yeah, when we say chickens are in this category, in that category, that's how they get this. That's how they categorize these chickens. So fill it out so we can keep doing it.
They need to know who's breeding and what they're breeding. And again, it's not just chickens, it's all the poultry. Ducks, geese, turkeys.
Who and what? Let the Livestock Conservancy know who's breeding who and what. Please do.
But, I mean, keep that to poultry or at least livestock, please. I'm just saying.
Come on, you're no fun over there. Let's do this.
I'm no fun because I kind of can imagine the carnage behind the scenes if people started, like, playing practical jokes with the census. Oh, no.
No, it would not be
I was
good.
a librarian for too long. Yeah, nah.
And on that note, if you're listening to our show and you're loving it, head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a written typed review and let us know how you think. Thank you to everyone who is leaving us reviews. We love them. It's a free way to support us. Costs nothing to put in a few nice words. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button because you never want to miss this fun. Come on.
If you're looking for other ways to help support the show, you can tell a few chicken, duck, and goose-loving friends about us. You can share your favorite episodes on social media. You can become a patron of the show, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Gigantic thank you to all of our patrons. And there are 2 more ways you can help the show. The first is visit Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or our website for the links to pre-order our book, The Chicken Ladies Guide, Chicken Ladies Guide to Life with Chickens. The official street date is October 20th. That's when you'll have the book in your hands. Pre-orders are so important to authors. You can't underestimate how much it means to get people pre-ordering the book. And if we do say so ourselves, it's a pretty gosh darn good book.
It's going to be in your library forever, and it's way more than just a beginner's book.
It really is. The other thing you can do to help the show is visit our website and our show notes, use our affiliate links and discount codes, and buy products from our sponsors.
Yay! Can I ask you something about summer chicken keeping?
Go on.
What's the one thing you end up constantly checking when it gets warmer?
Their water.
Exactly. And that's where the omelet insulated stay clean water comes in.
Okay, wow. What? Insulated? Tell me more.
It keeps water fresh in warmer weather, helps prevent slimy buildup and algae, and stays crystal clean so your flock always has access to cool, clean water throughout the day.
That's a big one in the heat.
It really is. It means less refilling, less scrubbing, and more reliable hydration, which is really important for overall flock health and egg production in summer.
That will make such a difference. Ordering now.
Search Omelet, that's OMLET, and upgrade your new chicken water today.
The Breed Spotlight is brought to you by Murray McMurray Hatchery, defining quality for generations. For over a century, Murray McMurray Hatchery has remained a trusted family-owned business working tirelessly to ensure our poultry meet the highest standards. Whether you are an experienced enthusiast or just embarking on the journey, look to McMurray Hatchery for guaranteed quality, rare, and heritage breeds, low minimums, and all the supplies you need to raise your flock. Request a free catalog today.
Shetland, there's a lot of animals that are Shetland, and we're gonna name them, yeah, in this week's Breed Spotlight, yeah!
Ooh, whoa, whoa. What's
I think a little
happening?
original. Yeah.
A little squeaky stank on that.
This week's Breed Spotlight is
The Shetland Duck.
Yes, it is.
The Shetland, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Shetland Islands. They are an archipelago in the north of Scotland. The Shetlands were previously under Norwegian rule, but they were annexed by the Scots in the 1400s. And if you know anything about livestock, you know that the Shetland Islands have produced some of the most interesting, practical, often diminutive domestic heritage livestock breeds in the world.
There's a lot of them.
One of my personal favorites, we're going to start with the Shetland sheep.
I'm going with Shetland ponies because they're so darn cute.
Shetland sheep dogs.
Oh, yeah. Shetland cows.
Shetland hens.
Shetland geese.
And the subject of today's spotlight, the Shetland duck.
I was telling you, there's so many animals from Shetland. It's like crazy.
Yeah. The Shetland duck, these are small, white-bibbed black ducks, and they are the most recent addition to the Livestock Conservancy's conservation priority list, primarily because of their genetic significance to the duck species. They make their debut in the critically endangered category.
Boo, hiss, oh no.
Yeah. Shetland ducks are a land race, so they evolved into a distinct breed over hundreds of years on the islands of Shetland. Some say that these ducks are the remnants of ducks brought to the islands by Norse and Viking people over 1,000 years ago, but that honestly hasn't been proven at this point. And it's interesting, if you look through some studies about genealogy on the Shetland Islands, most of the Shetlanders are only about 20% Norse in their genetic makeup. So there really is a lot of other influence on the Shetlands.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say they're really short, but you didn't say that.
Not that I've noticed. No.
I don't know why. I just thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah. Just like because all the animals tend to be on the miniature side. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Now, livestock that evolves on islands in the northern latitudes tends to be hardy and thrifty, withstanding harsh weather conditions and adapting to the available food and forage.
Have to be, because
There's
they're there.
even
There's conditions there are not great. So.
There's actually a breed of sheep, Ronaldsay, the island of Ronaldsay, who eat primarily seaweed.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
animals adapt
adaptation.
to what they are around. They
Right.
are hardy. That's the thing I love about animals. That they don't feel sorry for themselves. They just adapt.
They get on with it. They get on with it.
They do. They put on their big girl panties.
Or what about big boy panties? I don't. It bothers me that people just say it about women.
That's why I
not
said
men.
it. That's why I said it.
These gender pejoratives over there.
Like when you sent me the pickled eggs the other day, you're like, I sent them because I know you don't like them.
That's right. That's a good looking jar of pickled eggs, though. If I well, okay, back to the duck.
Damn, girl, that's evil.
So in Scotland, crofters, that's what we would call small farmers or homesteaders. Crofters kept these ducks for eggs and meat, as well as fertilizer and all of the other many benefits gained from a small bird that adds a lot of eco-friendly and sustainable agricultural value. These days, we would say that they're a great addition to a regenerative agriculture or permaculture system, but back then they were just known as really good farm ducks.
I mean, yeah, and everybody is kind of going towards the multi-poultry in their farms to get, because ducks are better at regenerative egg. They just are. They eat more bugs. They do more things.
They're fantastic in the garden, and they lay really well. Now, these little ducks thrived on their islands with their people from hundreds of years until the First World War loomed into view. Numbers of Shetland ducks plummeted through the early 1900s until these guys were critically endangered and almost extinct, with a population of around only 150 ducks in the 1990s.
Wow, that's not that many.
That is not good numbers. So conservation breeding did get started in the 90s, and it has continued through until now, but we're still talking about very small numbers of ducks. And the people breeding them have had little to no support. The Isbster family, I'm never sure if I'm saying that correctly, Isbster family, on the island of Tronda have been vital to the conservation of the Shetland duck, and you may recognize their name from our spotlights on the Shetland hen, which the same family have also been instrumental in helping to conserve. There is no breed standard for the Shetland duck, which is not uncommon for a landrace breed, but there's also no governing body or registrar who is tracking bloodlines. And in some cases, there are not enough resources to determine whether someone was sourcing and working with purebred Shetlands or not.
They're like, hey, little duck, we need some more ducks. You want to come on over? Oh, that duck looks, oh, that's a cutie dancing over there in the corner. I'm going to go hang out with him. Woo!
You have duck dances somewhere? What's happening? I want to go to a duck dance.
A duck dance, yeah.
Now, because of the Shetland duck's resemblance to the Swedish duck, and the fact that blue Swedish and Pomeranian ducks are reputed to be at least two of the foundation breeds for the Shetland, there has been some confusion amongst breeders when it comes to bloodlines, genetics, etc. So we just want to warn you to proceed with caution. But if you have interest in this very endangered duck, do proceed. Do go ahead and get started if you want to.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it.
Do it. And now, we already mentioned this a few times, but this is a small body duck. It's a little duck. So you can get lots of them because you'll have lots of room because they're little.
They're not as small as a call duck, but they're still pretty small. They're like mallard size.
Yeah, they're little. So their appearance sometimes causes confusion because they are glossy black with a white bib, very similar, like Holly Ann was saying, to the black Swedish duck. However, they are a distinct breed. Now, they may have white spotting on their heads, and like the cayuga, they will get more and more white feathers as they age. That's with even chickens. Any breed that's feathering, with age, they get more white feathers.
Yeah, they do tend to.
Speckled Sussex, all of them. So they look more and more speckled Shetland drakes weigh in at about 4.5 pounds, and the duck hens are about 4. They're pretty close in size. I find that with duck breeds, they tend to be pretty similar male and female in size.
You don't tend to have that massive difference like you do with hens and roosters.
No, the lady's like, oh, my man's same size as me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So drakes have a yellowish bill and orange legs, while the duck hens have black bills and legs, so they're easily be able to tell the difference between the two. The ducklings are black and yellow spotted with black bills. That's super cute.
They're so cute.
Shetlands have historically been used as a dual-purpose duck, so they weren't usually selected to be heavy layers. However, we saw ranges of about 150 to 250 large eggs per year, which is great in any standard if you're going up to 250. That's probably when they're younger, and then it'll slack back. Eggs are white, gray, or occasionally green. We always say the ducks are like a grab bag. You never know what color egg you're going to get.
That part's fun.
Yeah, until they lay that egg. Different strains and bloodlines may mean fewer eggs or more eggs, depending upon the breeder's focus. The Rare Breed Survival Trust calls them prolific layers and notes that in the UK, they often lay almost year-round. That's great.
It's fantastic.
If you're in the UK, hey, all of our UK listeners, if you get the Shetland Duck, they're laying all year. That's great.
These are very pretty little ducks, and they need help if they're going to survive and thrive. I did love this. Breeders and keepers describe them as calm and friendly. They say they're an unbeatable addition to a croft, a small holding, a homestead, a hobby farm, whatever you call yourself.
Well, and they also make excellent pets, like the runner ducks, as you know.
Yes.
And they're fantastic foragers and very useful in the garden. But conservation breeding is the most important thing that we need with this breed right now. We need it.
Yeah, the Livestock Conservancy estimates that there are currently less than 200 Shetland ducks in the U.S. and only about 3,000 worldwide. Those are painfully small numbers.
So we're a little better than the 150, right? But we're not where we need to be because as humans, we never want an animal breed of any animal thing to go extinct. That is like the goal for every animal out there. No animal should ever or anything should become extinct.
No, wild or domestic.
Exactly. So you're going to ask yourself this question after listening to this. You're going to look up the Shetland ducks and you're going to be like, I need them. And your question's going to be, where do we go? So we're going to tell you.
Well, I said I need them. And so I looked up where to get them for sure. Check the Livestock Conservancy's breeders directory, see if anyone local to you has them. Or, which is what I think I'm going to do, put in an order with Sandhill Preservation Center.
Right, because you know where you're going to get them sexed because they need to be bred.
Well, they're not sexed anywhere. They're sold a straight run.
Right.
And Sandhill Preservation Center has a 10 duck maximum. You can only get 10 at a time. So
what's the minimum then? What's the minimum?
I'm not sure what their minimum is for waterfowl. I didn't look. I was just like, oh, if I got them, I could only get 10 of them.
You're looking at the maximum number, not the minimum.
And one of the reasons I didn't look is because when I was checking their website for the Shetland ducks, I also got sidetracked by all the runner colors that they have at Sandhill.
Oh.
They've got some gorgeous runners.
So yeah, go to Sandhill Preservation, get yourself a boy and some girls.
There's also a Shetland Ducks of North America Facebook group, and that would probably be a good source of both birds and information, support, all those things you want when you start breeding a new breed. I love these ducks. Love these ducks.
I am not surprised that you love these ducks.
Runners and Shetland ducks.
Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of backyard ducks? Look no further than Metzer Farms, your premier destination for top quality waterfowl. Whether you're a seasoned breeder or just starting out, Metzer Farms has everything you need to elevate your flock to the next level. And if you're passionate about call ducks, you're in for a treat.
Metzer Farms hatches a stunning variety of call ducks, meticulously bred for their miniature size, beauty, and calm temperament. From snowy whites to vibrant colors, each duck is a masterpiece waiting to grace your backyard. Visit MetzerFarms.com today to browse their extensive selection and start your journey into the wonderful world of waterfowl. Metzer Farms, where passion meets perfection.
If you're looking for a chicken coop that's produced in a planet-friendly, sustainable way, try Nestera.
Each coop is made from highly durable, 100% recycled plastic that keeps the equivalent of up to 2,000 shampoo bottles out of a landfill.
Their clean, modern design will fit into any garden or run area and comes with an industry-beating 25-year warranty and a range of handy accessories.
Simple to put together, so quick and easy to clean, and most importantly, red mite resistant. Your chickens will love it.
Quick shipping from Nestera US.
For a 5% discount, use the affiliate link in our show notes, on our website, and on Instagram. Link in bio. Check them out today.
Eaton Pet and Pasture is a farmer-owned company based in upstate New York that creates USA-made sustainable products for backyard chicken keepers. From low-dust hemp bedding and comfy aspen nesting pads to nutritious treats and odor-eliminating products, everything is designed to keep your coop clean, healthy, and smelling egg-tastic.
All their products are made right here in the USA with ingredients that are safe for your flock and the planet. So whether you're doing a deep clean or just a quick refresh, Eaton makes it simple to care for your coop the natural way.
They're your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness, made easy.
Visit EatonPetAndPasture.com to explore the full line of flock favorites and use the code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount. Okay, so are we ready to move on to main topic? Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
This week, we are joined by some of our favorite guests.
And people ever.
We have Marc and Katy Metzer with us. We're going to catch up a little bit, see what's new with them, and then we're going to talk about their 5 favorite duck breeds for beginners. Marc and Katy, it's great to see you guys. How are you?
Good. Good to see you guys too. It's so fun to catch up.
Hello. We saw Katy in Phoenix, and that was so much fun. Marc was not there. He was not in Phoenix, but
Marc was
Katy.
You were at Pastured Poultry, weren't you?
Yeah, we divided and conquered.
Your lady had us. We were all together the whole time, basically. The pot pie at lunch, everything.
The pot pie lunch. That was an experience.
Yes, it was delicious though. I like the pot pie.
I like the pot pie too. It was yummy.
Makes me think of my mom. She would make pot pies in the winter.
Oh,
comfort food at its best. And Holly did have a gluten-free meal, so.
I did. It was good. It was like grilled veggies and polenta. It was really good. So what's new with you guys? Any news? Anything new with the hatchery?
Well, yeah, new news at the hatchery and at home.
Okay.
Wait. Is everybody ready? We got something to break here. Some breaking news.
The 4th generation of Metzer Farms is planned to be due in July.
Yay!
Yay.
The Metzer hatchery is hatching in July.
You got it. We're going to have a little baby girl, and we're very, very excited. She's
Oh,
congratulations.
Thanks.
That is the best news ever. We can't wait to see her, meet her.
Yeah.
When we come to Memphis, that we've been talking about going to Memphis for like 2 years now, but we're going to make it there.
And you'll get to see little baby ducklings and a little baby Metzer.
Baby Metzer. Oh, so cute. So you guys both have on adorable tees. Marc's got on a mallard tee, and Katy, you have on a fawn runner. Are those new? Are these offered by the hatchery?
Yeah, we have just about every one of our duck breeds you can buy as a t-shirt now. It is the style of a watercolor or water painting.
It's really pretty.
And so we had a lot of fun with picking out the different pictures we were going to use. And yeah, people have been buying them. It's pretty exciting that people get to wear their duck on their shirt now.
So do they come in the female and male variety of t-shirt of duck breeds?
At this point, we only have one. Katy, are they mostly males or females? It's a little combo of both.
I think it's a little combo. My fawn and white runner's a female. She doesn't have the Drake curl.
I was going to say, Marc's got the Drake on, which is fitting, the mallard.
Wait, yeah. Marc, is that a mallard or is that a call duck?
The mallard, I think.
Yeah, it's a mallard.
Okay. Well, and that's definitely the Drake. Yeah.
People have been sending us pictures, unsolicited pictures of them in their shirts. One family bought one shirt for every kid, and they had about 5 or 6 kids. But it made us think we need to get kids t-shirts because some of these kids, the shirt was going down to their knees.
I need that.
Adult small. It was like down to their toes. They're like,
that's too funny. I need the runner t-shirt that Katy has on, though. I love that.
I wore this special for you today.
Thank you.
We love you guys.
My little fawn and white runner. You know, she went broody.
Oh, did she?
I don't know why. She did. She went broody. I have no drakes. There's nothing to hatch, but she sat on the nest for about a week until she got tired of it. So
Yeah.
She's like, I'm coming.
yes.
So now that we've broke the hatch news of the baby, let's go into 5 of your most favorite breeds for beginners.
Did we go through everything that's new at the hatchery?
I think we did.
Did we?
Well, another new thing at the hatchery is we've got a breeder manager that is overseeing all of our different flocks, and he has a lot of experience with chickens and different types of poultry, and we're really excited for him to join our team because he's bringing a lot of past knowledge to Metzer Farms.
So yeah, that sounds like a great position. Is he overseeing like your genetics or your breed standard, that kind of thing?
Yeah, all of it.
He's really making sure that our farmers are supported. So as you know, we've talked in the past about how we collaborate with a lot of small families that farm for us. Instead of having one big farm, our genetics are spread across about 15 different farms. And so all of those farmers benefit from having a lot of support, from knowing exactly how to provide the best environment for the ducklings, to have improved fertility, to have improved hatchability, to just be really well cared for. And so that was one of the hats that Marc and I have been kind of wearing for the last several years. And now to have a dedicated person who that's their main focus has been really helpful. He also went and toured our feed mill to look and see about how things are going at the feed mill, the nutrition side of making sure that all of our breeders are well supported. So he's doing a great job. And as we can add more people to the team, it's exciting to see different people bring different specialties and areas of focus.
That's fantastic.
It makes it better for the consumer that's going to be buying the chicks and the ducklings and the, all the babies, so that it works better. It all is better in the end. So now are we able to move on to Katy and Marc's 5 top favorite beginner breeds? So we'll go back and forth. Who would like to go first?
I got our list of all the breeds here because I knew I should have gone through and circled them beforehand. What do you think, Marc? Why don't you go first? What are your favorites for beginners?
Well, I like call ducks as a beginner breed, but the reason I'm saying that is it's an easier duck to manage in terms of water usage, water playing, manure output, size of bird. They are docile naturally. They're not going to run away. So I think they're a good entry bird just for somebody that is maybe used to chickens and not having to deal with swimming water and how to manage that. Call ducks just seem to be easier in that department.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's on a smaller scale, so it does make everything a little easier. If you started with 4 or 6 of them, all the things that go along with it are going to be easier to handle than 4 or 6 full-size ducks.
Yes. Yeah.
It's interesting with the ducks. I think that the criteria for what makes them a good beginner breed is it's going to be pretty variable compared to chickens, where you're just looking for, this sort of set of factors. I guess with call ducks too, they're smaller and kids can probably handle them more easily.
Right.
Yep. They can fly. So that's something you have to be careful for. But that also gives them an extra defense mechanism against predators.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another
I have to say, though, I wasn't surprised when you said your favorite beginner breed is a call duck, because it's been no quiet matter that you love call ducks. So I'm not surprised.
I'm not good about keeping that a secret.
Okay, Katy, what are your top favorite beginner breeds?
So I'm thinking about, this is probably a beginner, somebody that already has chickens and is going to be getting into ducks.
Okay.
And so I think the Muscovy doesn't get enough attention as a bird that for somebody that's transitioning chickens into ducks. And the reason I pick out the Muscovy, they also can fly, but they also can roost. And so if you have a coop that's designed for chickens and you get female Muscovies and you want to put them in there with your chickens, I think you're going to do fine. They also don't quack. They have kind of a different hissy kind of sound. And then I think it's really cute how their feathers on a black Muscovy have that iridescent, black, green, blue, purple. Our nieces and nephews in California have a few Muscovy, and they're just really fun to play with, really docile and friendly birds. So I think the Muscovy is a silent sneaker there for a good beginner breed. My most obvious choice, other than the call ducks, is a Welsh Harlequin, because a lot of people talk about how calm they are, how good they are with their children. They're a little bit smaller. They're kind of a medium size weight. They're average like 5 pounds. So a kid can catch them and pick them up and kind of have them as more of a pet. So that was my first choice. But I think I'm going Muscovy, number one.
I like the sleeper, the Muscovy, because I've gone to the Sawgrass Marriott in Ponte Vedra, Florida for many, many years, and they have a Muscovy that lives there. And that Muscovy comes to us and taps on the villa slider every morning to get fed. And that bird is so friendly. Like, just showed me how trainable this duck could be and what a great pet. I love that sleeper. I love that, the Muscovy.
Yeah, thanks.
Another good one would be a white layer. And the reason I say white layer is they'll lay eggs almost no matter what on routine. And so white layers are more tolerant in terms of their egg production. They are our best egg layers. If you don't have the correct lights exactly how it should be or anything like that, they're still going to produce you lots of eggs. Their temperament is a little bit more excitable, but if you're buying it as a pet and you're around it more often, then it's just naturally going to be more calm around you. But I think the white layer would be a good one for somebody that is interested in ducks and wants duck eggs.
Is part of your motivation there because your dad developed the white layer and you really love your dad?
No.
You playing favorites?
Nope.
I think that's really cool, though.
I mean, honestly, I can see the white layers for someone who's really into ducks for the eggs, so that would be a good beginner. And we say this about chicken breeds and duck breeds. You get back what you put in, as in with people to people and people to animals. If you give them lots of love, they're going to give you love back. I mean,
I think it's also a good idea to know what you want out of your birds, right? So call ducks and Muscovies would both make good pets, good showbirds. They're docile, they're good for kids. But if really you're in it for the eggs, the white layer does make perfect sense. That's going to give you maximum egg output.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we have one more. No, two more. Well, you said the Welsh Harlequin. So.
Yeah. Well, she did Welsh and Muscovy.
Oh, okay. So we need two more.
I like the buff duck. I'll give a shout out to the buff. They're very docile and beautiful.
And they naturally have some of the best fertility and hatch and fertile for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So if you want to start off with a breeding program and have success, the buff's a good one to do. They're pretty duck too.
They are pretty. I was looking at, before I got runner fever, I was looking at the buffs. They were developed by William Cook, who developed the Orpington chicken. So they've been around for a good long while. I didn't know about the hatchability and genetics. That's interesting.
You can't go wrong with them then.
Right.
Okay, but Holly, you just reminded us of the runners. I can't believe they almost didn't make it on our list. Runner ducks are a great beginner breed for somebody who maybe likes to garden and is looking for a duck that has a really good foraging ability, because they're known to run around the garden, run around your property and eat snails and slugs and Japanese beetles, different bugs that might be pests for your garden. And because they stand upright, they don't have that low hanging belly like most ducks do that could impact your plants. And then ducks, as we know, don't dig and scratch and peck like a chicken. So they tend to be good little helpers there in that regard. So
they're fantastic in the garden. And although they're distracting, like I will stop and just sit for chunks of time and watch them because they're so fun. But my fawn and white, she's the one who was broody for a week. Daffodil's her name. She'll run around and catch like black flies in midair. Just leaps up and I mean, they're just so much fun. They're so much fun to watch. They definitely cut down on the bugs.
I like Katie's point that their belly doesn't hang down and mess the plants up. I never thought about that, but that's amazing that they're just upright so their bellies aren't crushing some daisies out there.
Yeah, because I had the cayuga and the magpie as well, and they're marauders. I mean, they will go through the flower bed and they leave a trail. Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of surprised that magpie, magpie didn't make the list.
No, they didn't make the top 5.
Oh, that's my favorite type of duck is the magpie.
They are very cute. And I think that was one, Holly, that we did as a bonus to your order. I don't think you initially had a magpie.
I did not. I did not ask for a magpie. She was a bonus. You were out of black runners. So I was offered the cayuga and I was like, sure, but can we have, please, another like normal non-runner duck to keep her company?
Yeah.
And they do buddy off and and they have a great time. But the runners, for me, it's just the runners all day long. And my runners are probably, I don't know if it's because there are two like regular ducks with them, but my runners are about water, swimming, every bit they can get. They love it.
What bird out of your entire flock is the smartest?
The geese.
Oh, really?
Probably the Toulouse, the French Toulouse Mirabelle.
And you know what I would have to say in my flock? That's all chickens. The Leghorn. The Leghorn is the smartest one.
Really?
She is really smart.
Yeah.
My smartest chicken, that's harder. Maybe the Swedish flowers.
Now, what makes you think that Toulouse are the smartest and then the chicken that you just mentioned?
So the Toulouse are the ones that figure everything out. Like you can always see the wheels turning, and it helps that I don't know if it helps or hinders. The buffs are so gentle that they just don't seem as smart as she is. But I feel like she's a ringleader.
Holly's her geese now cross the road to get to another lawn.
That's because of Bad Gander, though, because we ended up taking in a Toulouse gander, and his name is Bad Gander. He's a bad influence.
Do they look both ways before they cross?
I don't think they do.
Why did the geese cross the road to get to a different lawn to chew up?
I mean, I'm glad we live in the middle of nowhere, but there are still people that come flying down that road. So that's been a little bit of a problem. My neighbor, thank goodness, has not yelled at me yet. Maybe he likes the fertilizer. I don't know.
Do you have any male geese?
This past December, someone dumped a very young Toulouse gander in our neighborhood.
Oh.
So we took him in and we quarantined him for a long time. And he is with the girls and they're whipping him into shape. Let's just say that.
Holly went into the river to get him. She went into the river in December to catch him.
Wow.
That's commitment.
And no fertile eggs were laid or?
Oh, there probably have been fertile eggs, but those eggs are coming out every day. Not a baby year for us. We have a lot going on. Those eggs are coming out.
Gotcha.
I told Pete that the other day. I would love to have Toulouse babies, but not this year. Not a good year for it. But yeah.
You know what? Every day you learn something new. And I've kind of learned something from you guys talking about beginner breeds. And you think, oh, we're just going to talk about beginner breeds, this and that. But then what you realize is in beginner breeds, every person's going to have a different beginner breed and why they want to do that. And that's the thing that some people don't think about. And we talk about it. Why do you want this bird or this poultry? Think about that first. And then that will guide you to the best breed for you. I mean, because all the ones you guys picked, it was for different reasons. And you're going to help a lot of people out there figure out what duck is good for them.
And we actually made a duck decision tree that's on our website and then also in our catalog that kind of talks to like what you're talking about. It starts at the top of the decision tree and says, what are you looking for? A bird that's good for production of eggs, production of meat. I just want a pet. And then kind of the decisions go off of those three kind of starting points to help narrow it down. So in the pet category, we have it divided by like this one can fly. This one's going to be your best forager. This one's endangered, and kind of look at what are you shopping for when you're looking for something. And a lot of beginners ask about mixing and matching different breeds, if they'll all get along, if you have birds of different colors and different body shapes and sizes. And generally speaking, they do. The main thing you'd want to think about if you're a beginner is if you're having any drakes. And if all your females are a smaller duckling or a call duck, but then you have a big old drake, that's where you'd have conflict. But other than that, you can mix and match different varieties based on how you want to build your flock.
There's a lot of misinformation out there about drakes. So we would love it if you guys would come on the show another time and do a little bit of myth busting when it comes to information about drakes and, how they fit into a regular duck flock.
Yeah, that would be a great main topic. We talk about roosters, but drakes, talking to you guys, the experts, the drake,
I feel like the drakes get like the roosters, the drakes get a bad rap. People are like, no drakes, but they can be a really important part of your duck flock.
Yeah, they can, for sure.
Yeah, I think a Mythbusters would be fun just because the whole duck world is all very new to me, right? I'm married into it. And so a lot of the things that other people talk about or think are things that I once kind of thought myself. And so then learning like, oh, actually, there's a lot of things that I see on the different like duck Facebook groups and conversation going about where people are giving information and sometimes misinformation. And it's interesting to think about all the different resources out there for people when they're trying to make a decision about what's best for their family.
And the rule is go to the expert. Don't go to the Facebook group of just someone who has no clue when they're putting their opinion out there. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion on it, but go to the Metzer's website where they do all the research, do all the good things, and get the legit, true information that you can count on, that you know is right. Like, hey, if you have a lot of gardens, get the runner because they don't have a low belly to squash the flowers. That's what I'm taking away from today.
And they're so fun. And also they lay nonstop. Like I've got 6 ducks and I get 6 eggs most days. It is crazy.
Where are my duck eggs, woman?
In the garage. Drive yourself over here. You can have a whole crate of them. Marc and Katy, it was great to see you guys. And I hope we see you again soon. Thank you.
We're coming to Memphis. We're coming this time.
See you soon.
Bye.
We just want to thank Marc and Katy for taking another hour out of their schedule and having a great chat with us. Don't forget, if you're interested in ducks, there's lots more information on Metzer Farm's website.
We love ourselves some Marc and Katy.
We sure do. If your flock could talk, they would thank you for shopping at Eaton Pet and Pasture, your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness made easy.
From their all-natural USA-made favorites like hemp bedding, roost refresh, and nesting pads to convenient product bundles that make chicken care simple, Eaton has everything you need to keep your coop clean, cozy, and odor-free.
Check them out at EatonPetAndPasture.com and use code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount.
Okay, so we're ready to move on to
Cracking the eggs.
cracking those eggs. Now, we're keeping it kind of simple today, and we're doing herbed tea cookies.
Herbed tea cookies, yes. In the interest of full disclosure, you can also find lots of recipes for herbed butter shortbread, but those recipes don't use eggs. So I went with a tea cookie recipe that used eggs.
Well, as everybody knows, we only use recipes that include eggs. That's the whole purpose of cracking the eggs.
Yes.
So,
and right now, the amount of eggs I have is crazy. So I'm trying to do all the baking and cooking.
I've been giving eggs away like Oprah. You get a dozen
me too.
eggs, and you get 2 dozen eggs, and you get 2 dozen eggs.
I'm giving away tons. Pete's doctor wants some duck eggs, and I was like, here, have a few. And that's why I'm making pickled duck eggs over here. So this is a fun and easy recipe for making cookies with herbs, all the delicious herbs that are available in warm weather. You can use leaves and or flowers. So you could use like mint, lemon verbena,
lavender, because that was what I was going to use on mine.
Right. Rose petals, tulsi. I made these with anise hyssop, so they were sort of licoricey tasting. Use what you have on hand. You can also save some flowers to sprinkle along with like a coarse standing sugar on the top of the cookies for extra pretty.
There's so many purple little violets in my lawn right now.
Yeah.
It's redonkulous, and you can eat them. So
yeah, I sugar them with, and there's actually a recipe on our website for this in the articles tab.
Yeah.
I sugar them with egg whites and sugar and use them for decorating cakes. But yeah, you have lots of options. So the recipe calls for chopping the herbs very finely, but you can also grind them in a food processor or like a coffee grinder. And you want to do that along with some of the granulated sugar, process them together.
I have a NutriBullet. You can use those too.
Yeah.
It works the same way.
Yeah.
It's great.
Anything like that.
So let's go through the ingredients. You need 3 chicken or duck eggs or 1 giant gold goose egg.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 1 cup of sugar, a 1/3 cup of herbs or flowers, no stems or coarse leaves, and they need to be very finely chopped. A 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 cups of flour or gluten-free flour, 1-to-1, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and this part's optional. You can do the chopped flower petals like we were talking about. That makes them very pretty, easy to take for a hostess gift to someone, and or coarse sanding sugar for garnish, which I think the presentation makes them even taste better. When your eyes really like something, they really even taste better.
And you can make this into a really pretty cookie.
Yeah.
You're going to preheat your oven to 325 Fahrenheit. Line 2 or 3 cookie sheets with aluminum foil or parchment paper or Silpat, whatever you like, and then set aside. In a large mixing bowl, you're going to beat the eggs with an electric mixer or a stand mixer until they become thick and lemon colored. Add the sugar and the chopped herbs and beat for another 5 minutes or so. Then beat in the vanilla. stir in the flour, the baking powder, and the salt, like sort of sift them over top of the batter.
Right.
And then you're going to beat them in for another 3 to 5 minutes until everything is thoroughly blended. Drop your batter by teaspoonfuls onto your lined cookie sheets, making sure you leave like 1.5 to 2 inch between the cookies because they're going to spread a bit. Once you have your cookies all on the sheets, you're going to sprinkle them with the optional chopped flowers and sanding sugar, pop them in the oven, bake them for about 12 minutes or until the cookies start to turn golden brown, and then just allow them to cool before serving. That's it. They're very easy. They're very tasty. They're very seasonal.
I love them. So
Yeah.
try them. You might like them. Let us know what you think. Send us a picture, especially if you make them nice and fancy. We want to see those. Okay, so let's move on to retail therapy. Retail therapy. Yeah. This week's retail therapy, you know we love our theme, so we're keeping it with ducks this week, and we're doing duck swimsuits. Yes.
That is swimsuits for you, not for your duck. I mean, you could get some for your duck. But
You probably could find a swimsuit. You could get a matching one for your duck and you.
I mean,
that would be
to be
so
fair, though,
cute.
ducks already have a wetsuit, so they don't really need a swimsuit. I'm just saying.
So we started looking up, because retail therapy, we have to look the stuff up to make sure you can get it. And we're looking all over the place. And man, there are so many duck bathing suits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, rubber duckies. I mean, it's
The
crazy.
rubber duckies are huge.
Yeah. The rubber ducky thing is huge these days.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many duck bathing suits for children, for women, and for men out there.
Yeah.
And all the different places that you can get them. I mean, Amazon has a boatload, of course.
Right.
And we do know that the majority of people on Amazon are, like small business people putting their stuff on there. So you're doing just as well to support them through Amazon. But it's crazy how many are out there. And they're super,
You can get
super cute.
like super duper loud suits, or you can get little subtle ones. Like I'm looking for one. This is a pretty obscure website. It's Tantrum Media. But the swimsuit, it's blue with small yellow ducks on it. It is called the Quack Attack Retro 8-Bit Duck Suit.
There's one on here that's mallards. It's female and male mallards on Amazon. And
Okay.
It's super cute. It's very natural looking. It's got the mallards and then it's got marsh grasses also on it. Super cute.
Oh, wait, I think I see that.
Yeah.
Is that the crossback one-piece swimsuit?
No, this one's a 2-piece.
Oh, okay. Well, I found a one-pice
So
that
there's
has mallards and looks like white, but assume those are...
Oh my God.
Jumbo
I
pecans.
found the porch goose outfit of bikini for, the gooses that are big
a bikini
again.
for your porch goose?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We should do that.
Porch geese.
Yes. They're big now. They're big for sure.
Yeah, they're very popular. They are. I have a neighbor who always has 2 of them out. It always makes me laugh.
There are just so many. Oh, here's a cover up with rubber duckies all over it. And then you can get them to match. There's a little baby one on here.
A whole for the
Ooh.
rubber duckies for the whole family.
Yes, there's everything. So if you want to support the duck world, get yourself a duck bathing suit because guess what? They're all about water. You're about going swimming.
Take your duck swimming. Go swimming with your ducks.
That would be so much fun. Okay, so should we tell everybody what we're going to be talking about next week?
Next week, we are spotlighting a very pretty chicken, the New Hampshire heritage breed.
Oh, yeah.
Fiona is joining us. We're going to be talking about this year's batch of chicks, her experience hatching ducklings, see if she has any broody hens sitting on ducklings at this point. That'll be interesting to find out.
Always fun catching up with our dear friend.
Cracking the eggs, potato crusted quiche,
Yum.
eggs and
yum.
potatoes in one dish. Can't beat that.
You cannot beat that.
And we've got a seed spotlight. We're doing asparagus.
Because it's the best. Okay, so what should we tell everybody to do until next week?
Hug your chickens, ducks, and geese every day.
And kiss them too. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you'd like to see more of us, please follow us on Instagram at Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. If you'd like to help us grow the podcast, please leave us a written review on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to become a patron of the show, please visit our Patreon page, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Thanks for listening.